Yo, what is up guys? I'm here hitting you up with a new video. So today I wanted to make a video about showcasing my own account. I am currently 60 days into solo leveling Arise since I started with the early access. I started my journey on essentially day one of this game's life cycle, and I wanted to share my progression from the past 2 months with you guys, what I achieved so far, where you could potentially, with a little bit of spending as well, because this is not a free-to-play account by the way, can get basically in about that time frame. So I wanted to start off showing some stuff. First is when it comes to my stars, I'm currently having 1374 cups, and currently for Power of Destruction, I usually am ranking #1 on every single day for POD, which is kinda the most important content for me personally. Reason being is, first of all, I personally really enjoy doing Power of Destruction, and on the other hand, the rewards for doing Power of Destruction are very good. For example, here you can see you get, when you hit starting with 139 million, you get 20 powders, blessing powders, which you need to craft your blessing stones. And as well as if you achieve getting rank 1 in the group ranking, you're getting 15 pot of blessings. This basically just allows me to craft one blessing stone every single day or every other day. I don't remember for sure if I can do it every single day or every second day, but I can craft a lot of them, and this helps me out a lot because I do want to get my purple blessing stones and advance to them and make some progression there. So since I just mentioned blessing stones, I wanted to show you what kind of blessing stones I currently have. I got the advanced dagger technique, the purple one, mana rain patch, pulverize, swiftness, HP extraction, and weakness detection, the purple versions. And I got, except for camouflage, I got every other blessing stone which is currently available in the game. I'm really looking forward to getting the purple version of Reawakening, because in my opinion this is by far the strongest blessing stone in the entire game. Go watch my blessing stone tier list video. This one is top tier. You will always want to use it. I'm just in love with this blessing stone. Just reducing your cooldown is literally insane in this game. Then when it comes to my overall combat power with Jinwoo, I'm currently at 123k combat power with him. Those are my current stats. So with the level 100 weapons and stuff like that, I have 18,700 attack. Could be higher, but still fine. I maxed out the crit rate. I have 183% crit damage, which is decent. 7.4% defense penetration, 4% damage increase, just to get his stats up. And for his artifacts, he's currently built on toughness and a beast set with these pieces, which I will just show you slowly so you can stop the video so you see what kind of pieces I currently have. I'm still trying to get gold pieces for my gloves and my boots, really, to just make sure that I can improve on my Jinwoo right now, and as well getting a golden piece on this attack percentage piece right here, just to get a little bit of extra stats for him, really. So as you can see, I split my points between strength and perception to get a little bit of precision down here, just a little bit of extra stats, so I have at least like 84% precision, so my minimum damage I'm dealing is a little bit higher. And when we look at my skills right now, for the double slash I have 2 purples. I basically have almost every single skill at least covered once, except for the mutilate, the phantom one, which you don't really need, and the wind version of death stance. Besides them, I got every other skill, and I'm luckily I got 2 purple versions of the armor break, which is huge. I will actually, by the way, since I made a post about should I either make an account showcase or if I should make a skill video, what are the best skills for Jinwoo in the first place. I will do that next, so just don't worry about that one. Also, if you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe. I basically upload every single day, and sometimes I take a day off or two. Then I also got my Mutilate, the old skill, to level 10. I completely maxed that one out. I didn't put any points into Obliteration because, as you know, and as I told in one of my videos, it's just a weaker version of Mutilate, so you do not want to put any points into the Obliteration, just put everything into the Mutilate one. Then for my QTEs, they are level 5 with Shadow Step at level 4. I do not plan on upgrading those because I feel like the damage is not that worth it, even fully upgraded, in my opinion. They're just a little bit of utility, and Shadow Step is just there for the defense break in the first place. And I did upgrade my skills levels like by a lot, actually. Like, for example, Death's Dance to level 12, where I need like one of these mana power extracts, so as far as I can potentially get them without needing the mana power extract. So then if we take a look at my weapons right now, so I got the Plum to A7 currently, which I didn't plan on getting the weapon to A7. It just came from pulls and from the SSR Sung Jinwoo chest you're getting, where you have a chance of actually getting a SSR weapon. Then I have these 4 weapons, the Scythe, the Plum, the Book, and the Demon King Longsword at Ascension 5 level 100. The Huntsman is currently at Ascension 3 level 80. I'm not planning on upgrading it further for the time being. And my Westwind right now is also level 80 and Ascension 3. I think this might surprise a few people. I just simply do not get any dupes for Westwind, and that's why I cannot really compete in Battlefield of Time right now for the Tusk battle, because I do not have an A5 Westwind, which allows me to decrease the cooldown even further, so I can. Then I got the Radiros at Ascension 3. And here is my Orb of Avarice. This is basically the weapons I use for my Jinwoo. For my orb, I usually use it when there's a fire rotation for the Paw of Destruction, and as well if I'm farming Instance Dungeon Lycan. Then on the other hand, when it comes to my Hunter's weapon, I have fully maxed out Sio's weapon and Char's weapon. And I have 3 level 100 weapons, Emma, Char, and Sio, with Choi at level 60, Ascension 1, which you basically get for free. For Char, you get 2 copies for free. I crafted 1, and then with the dice event I got 3 more copies, so I got it to Ascension 5. And I crafted then the weapon for Bike for Min as well, and for Silver, just from the event, I just got 1 copy, and the weapon for Wu Chin Chul, which everybody got for free. But basically I used all my tickets more or less to get my Sio's weapon up to Ascension 5, because the amount of crit damage she gets from that is insane. When you have it at A5, she basically gets an additional 140% crit damage, which is a lot, and helps out as well. That's what I'm running or using when it comes to my Hunter's weapons. Then when it comes to my Hunters, I just recently got Sio to F5, which helped a lot with certain content, and actually helped me out progressing in the reverse mode, as well in Battlefield of Time. In some cases, I finally got my chart to Ascension 5. Ascension 5 is a different breed with her old skill, which does insane amount of damage, which helps me out with Battlefield of Time as well. Emma, really, I just got passively to Ascension 5, level 80. So my choice currently at A3 right now, because I have him on my wish list, just to get him duped up, really, because he needs the dupes to really shine. And Min, just I got passively. I was aiming for A1 and then passively got him to A3 right now. And Bike, for example, I got 1 copy and then I passively got him to A4. And as well Libora, I actually never put her in my wish list. I was just losing 50-50s and she was just coming all the time, really. Those are my most used units in the game right now, basically. Cha, Sio, Emma. Try I don't really use that much as of right now. Min is by far the most used unit I am running in the game. I use Bike, I use Bora, and occasionally I use Juhi. And also quite interesting is I just used Kim Chul today to improve my time in Battlefield of Time, the Igris stage. I got it down to 28 seconds. So a lot of people use Bike, Min, and Cha for that stage, but I replaced Bike with Kim Chul because he's a crazy breaker, by the way. Crazy breaker, and he just made the run faster for me. So he's actually a pretty decent unit. I do want to look more into Kim Chul because I feel like he has a lot of potential, really, and I feel like he's overlooked in general. Then when it comes to the skills, for Seo, I got her basic skills to level 7, because once you get them to level 7, starting with level 8, you need mana powder extractions, and you really don't get them at all, right? So that's why there's like the stopping point for me, so I upgraded the basic skills and the ult. Same goes for Cha, with the basic skills and the ult to level 7. And for Emma, I just got her burn up to level 7, and the rest I did not advance any further yet. I'm planning on, but I might save just for the time being, because Alicia is coming in 2 weeks, and I do want to make sure that I can upgrade her as well. But I wanted to upgrade her burn up as far as I can potentially do, because she is used for the reverse mode and for Battlefield of Time, stuff like that. And you always want to have Emma is meta in these kind of modes, just because she has the biggest AoE effect currently in the game, and the more damage her AoE deals, it allows you to clear up specific mobs faster, so you can get to the boss faster, basically getting a faster clear time. Then Troy, as I said, I didn't really invest too much into him. When it comes to Min, I only really invested a little bit into his lights glim effect, because reason being is that might be the only skill you want to look into when you want to upgrade Min, is just because this one here, besides damage increase, which you don't really need, but his healing capability increases by upgrading this skill. So if you are in a clinch sometimes and you kind of need a heal, then you could potentially look into the lights glimmer. Bike really didn't upgrade too much, and for Bora as well, didn't upgrade too much into her. And now I upgrade a little bit because I used her for tier 8 Cerberus a lot before Cha was released, but now Cha replaced the spot of Nam. And I upgrade a little bit of Juhi just because of Power of Destruction, really. And then looking at the accessory, the artifacts, accessories, gear, basically for my units. So for Seo, I'm running the Palace set and the Skeleton set. Reason being is I do believe that the Palace set is the best for Seo still, because her shield gets thicker just because of that set, and she also has then the effect to increase the damage dealt by 10%, not for herself, but also for the rest of the party members. And because she's also very tanky, the Skeleton set also synergizes very well with her, because she has a lot of super armor, so you can just stand there, right? You do not care about any damage whatsoever when you're fighting bosses or so. You're just spamming your skills because you cannot get interrupted in the first place because of the super armor, but you also at the same time do want to get hit, be dropped below 70%, so your damage further increases by 30%. And the thing is, because of the fact that I'm having her at Ascension 5, which boosts her damage up, but in all reality, the weapon which is at Ascension 5 gives me so much extra crit damage that this is the reason why I do not need a toughness set. And the toughness set is like the extra 32% crit damage is nice, but I feel like in the grand scheme of what she already gets from her weapon and stuff like that, you do not really need the additional crit damage from the toughness set. So that's why the Palace set might be, or is in my opinion, the best choice for her. And those are her current stats, like 27,000 HP. I think it's 30k actually in battle, because her Ascension buff doesn't apply here in the stats. Then 46% crit rate. I still trying to get the right pieces of 173% crit damage. And for Cha, I currently build her on toughness with the Viridescent set. I like that combination a lot. I also, since I got her to the A5, which further buffs her ult skill, I'm actually looking into what I want to try is running a full set of the one-hit kill set on her, so that on every rotation when she's on the field that I can use the ult skill, which does an insane amount of damage. So I'm looking to replace that toughness set in the future with a one-hit kill set and see how it plays out, if I like it or if I do not like it. And the very distance set is perfectly fine, especially when you look at her dance effect, because all her damage really comes from getting a crit with the dance effect, and it has a 12-second cooldown. And if you cannot get the dancer buff off, you have a 12-second cooldown. And with the very distance set, that also helps you out a little bit, because then it further decreases the cooldown by, I believe the cooldown goes from 12 seconds down to 9 seconds. I believe it wasn't even 10, I think it's 9 seconds. And if you miss that, at least you have a little bit of time and then can actually just try to get a crit again. But the alternative set I would suggest to run with her is the champion set, because since you use the dance ability, which just spams a lot, right, you can stack that up really quick with the dancer skill, so you can basically get a 20% damage increase with the champion set on her, or not damage increase, 20% attack increase for her. So this is something I want to test, see how I like one hit kill set, how I like champion set in these combinations, and what is best for me, what works out the best. But as of right now, toughness, very distant, I really like a lot for her. And those are her current stats really. Crit rate almost maxed out, 160% crit damage. Right now 13,700 attack power, just a little bit of death pen and damage increase. And actually Emma isn't that well built up. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to use, if I still want to go with a full breaker set on her, or if I want to switch it up for like a full holy set, just to give her more HP and to buff up Cha even, for example, when she's in the team, to give her more attack, something like that. Or if I want to use something completely different, and then obviously with the full behemoth sets, which I believe is the best set, accessory set for her anyways. And then I'm just going through that here. For Choi, one hit kill set, behemoth, perfectly fine for him. Then for Min, I'm running full destroyer aqua set, and you don't really need anything else. And I'm just going full crit damage on him really. If we look at his stats here, he's like almost like 180% crit damage. So basically, when I use the Heavenly Blessing skill, which is his ultimate skill here, all my party members get an additional 52% crit damage. And Bike is on a full breaker set, and okay, he's just missing because I did some tests with Wong, so he's on a full very distant set as well, because I like getting his skills back, because he's on an 8-second cooldown here, right? And to get so you either QTE him in to get the first stack of his White Flames debuff, but let's say you don't QTE him in, and you have to use the skills to apply the debuff, so you get the defense break, and you start off with the Ferocious Spirit, which has an 8-second cooldown. Having a very distant set might be a really good choice. That's personally what I liked about it, is because the skills take quite some time the skill animation is quite long for these skills. When I use the Ferocious Spirit first, which has an 8-second cooldown, that goes down to 6 seconds, and after I use the White Flame Gale Kick to get the second stack, this skill, Ferocious Spirit, is available again for me, so I can immediately use that skill again to get the defense break off. And for Bora, I'm just running a full destroyer set on her, just for the support. She's just a support unit in my opinion. I don't put anything, no, it's not like I'm running beast set because there's like a strat behind it. I'm just I just gave her that set just for extra stats for her, but that needs to be changed in the future as well. But it really doesn't matter too much for her. You'll probably want to use something like, I don't know, the Behemoth sets. Behemoth set, or maybe, no, I think Very Distant is not even that useful for her. You could run like Behemoth or even Aqua set for like support purposes. Then when it comes to my Shadow army, I basically unlocked every single Shadow in the game right now, and Igris I completely maxed out, so he's fully at Elite Knight currently, because I just like him in general because he provides 7% crit rate. And also I have Blades here, I upgraded him once. And then I also have Tank and iron. I also started to like iron a lot more recently, just because I realized that he has a defense break on his skill, which helps out when you run a hunter party. So instead of running tank, you want to run use iron. So this way you have, when you cast your shadow army, you have some sort of a defense break when you are not like running a defense break party. For example, if you're running Min, Cha, and Seo together. So this is why this guy helps out too with these kind of stuff. And currently army power is level 25. And yeah, the shade system, I still don't like it. Yeah, for my challenges, I'm currently on chapter 20 right now. I still have to progress there. I just got to the battle tier 24, so I was able to progress even further. So I will try to see how far I can get, but I think like somewhere here around this time is the stopping point for me as of right now. Then for my armory, I currently have 29,000 extra combat power from upgrading the stuff what I have here. So +2 for this for the longsword, +1 katana, +0 huntsman, +2 the book, +4 the shadow scythe, and +0 the Vulcan's rage. Also, if you can also take a look what kind of races you need to level up the stuff. It will take a lot of time to max out armory, so you will definitely not look into it too much. You just, okay, if you have enough, you just upgrade something and that's about it. Because, so what I'm using for Igris is the book with the scythe together, because I'm able to one-shot. I can do it like in 12 seconds now with Igris. So usually I would run the scythe with the huntsman and then run, for example, bike as a breaker. Just to rotate my skills. I think there's a couple of videos on my channel about Igris, so you can check those ones out. But I don't need that strat anymore, because I'm able with the book and with the scythe I can one-shot Igris. And for the skills, the only skill I'm really using for Igris, I don't even know if I really need it, is the cutting rush rare, which gives me a 20% crit damage increase. So I use that one. Just before when the fight starts, I use that one just to increase my crit damage by 20%, and then I start throwing out my support units, and then do my book and then my scythe, and then he's basically dead. Then for my encore missions, tier 10 teams, I'm basically running same two teams for Cerberus and the Spider, which is just Min, Cha, Seo. You really don't need anything else, and in the exact same order. With the Spider, with the Spider, you can just spam the dancer skill with Cha to kill the Spider immediately within like 10 seconds or so when she's properly built later down the line, not right now obviously. I have guides up on my channel for the Spider and for Cerberus, so you can check those out if you didn't see them yet, where I explain you on how to do Cerberus and then how to do Spider. But once you get at a certain point in time where you have a lot of combat power, and you can just basically brute force your way through that. You can just spam the dancer skill with Cha to kill the Spider in 10 seconds. And when it comes to Cerberus, you can basically kill him in like 40 seconds with the same setup, just doing the dancer stuff with Cha. And once you did her skills, you just swap to Seo, and then with Seo you do the rest basically to kill off Cerberus. So with Battlefield of Giants, I'm currently at floor 38. I will come back to that. I think I tried it once, but I will come back to that one in a couple of days and see how it goes really. And for the Hunters, I'm currently at floor 36. Did I try it? No, I didn't even try. I just cleared 35 and didn't even try 36. So this might be something I can even advance in the next couple of days. And for the story progression, I completed the normal storyline, and for the hard mode, I'm currently at chapter 17, which I still have to finish. And for the reverse mode, I'm currently at chapter 12, which I also have to finish and see how far I can get, because I'm not sure how far I can push right now. When it comes to gates, really, I have like two strategies. So when there is reset and stuff like that, right? What I usually do is I go to difficulty, not 33, I go to difficulty 32, and then just use all my sweeps I have. Basically for B rank Jinwoo, I do not like gates at all. I just don't like the content. It just takes too much time for me personally. So I just look for CB rank gates, which I can sweep. and then I look for something like S rank gates or A rank to S rank red gate something at level 32, which I can then special sweep to clear them. And once I basically did all the stuff which I can sweep, I just lowered the difficulty to 25. So I'm able to, let's say, because I used all my characters right now, because the requirement here is only 51k total power. So I can use my weaker hunters basically to sweep those gates too. So I do not have to manually actually play those gates, so I can automatically kill them, because I just simply do not like doing gates. Last but not least, I wanted to show you my standard Blessing Stone loadout when I'm doing standard stuff. Is I'm running the Reawakening, I'm running the weakness detection if I have an elemental advantage. I use usually the double-edged sword for 8% attack increase. I could also just run mana rampage, but I do not like that my mana consumption is running down with using that one, so I rather stick with the double-edged sword. Or I could also just run Boss Slayer if it's just for bosses in general. And then, since I got it newly, I just added the advanced dagger technique to my arsenal, because when they are below 70%, I get an additional 8.4% damage increase. So this is the usual loadout that I'm running. If I have like boss stages where the enemy have like break boss or something, then I run Pulverize, because the purple version gives like 18% extra break effectiveness and also increases the damage by 18% when you attack enemies which are broken, which is like a high damage boost overall. So last but not least, I'm currently at battle tier 24 at 372k total combat power with Jinwoo, Seo, Cha and Emma. And we will see how this goes with the next update, with the what kind of new features we are getting, on how much we can increase our combat power even further. Just giving you a rough idea. Also guys, who are watching this video, let me know in the comments down below, right? We are now on day 12 for global. Let me know in the comments down below what level you are currently, how much combat power you have. Are you free to play? Did you spend? Where you struggle right now? What do you need help with? I'm actually curious about that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's about it for today's videos, guys. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as well. And see you with the next one. Deuces.